I just feel like if a man is surprised he bagged you or that you gave him a chance, please run as far away as you can. You know what I mean? And don't look back. For real, guys. Because even he knows you shouldn't be there.
What's good, y'all? This is Randall Branch. Welcome back to the channel. We got our last video of the day as a reaction video, man. You guys see it. She said women need to run away from men who are surprised that they bagged her. And she's absolutely correct. She's absolutely correct. As a woman, right? This video is for men, but even if you're a woman watching this, and just so you guys know that they're in the right when they say this, as a man, when you feel like you're lucky to have bagged a woman, the woman should feel a certain way about that, and she shouldn't be with you. And you shouldn't feel that way about her. I always tell you guys, most men lose before the game even starts. It's the perfect example. As a man, bro, no woman is above you, or no woman should be above you. You shouldn't necessarily even pedestalize women above you. Now, you could say like objectively, like if you're a man, you're fat, you have nothing going for yourself, no purpose, no drive. 40, like you're fat, 40% body fat, and a woman's in shape and she has her shit together and she's pretty and she has a good mind on her. You could say, okay, she might not be in my league, but we're talking about on normal basis. Okay, I'm not talking about you just being extremely delusional. I'm talking about she has her normal shit going on. You have your normal shit going on. You shouldn't be assuming that women are above you. You shouldn't even think like that. And women should be repelled by men who think that way. And it's so common now. You guys even see the verbiage that she used. Oh, giving him a chance, right? This is I hate this shit. This is what I talk about all the time. Women can't give me, I give chances, right? Everybody has shit backwards in modern day dating. Oh, women are extending the chance to men. The man is happy that he was able to bag the woman. Like, bro, like she should be feeling like, damn, I don't know how I got that guy. She should be feeling like that. She should be feeling like you're giving her a chance. It has to be that way. There's a power dynamic in every type of relationship. Every type of relationship. Okay, I could talk about topics like this, and you guys don't like to hear it, especially women. Women don't like to hear it, but it's facts. The best dynamic is a power dynamic where the man is up here and the woman is below him. The woman is looking up. Okay, and that's how things are designed. And you guys have to understand in every dynamic, there's a power dynamic. There's a power dynamic with us. I'm the content creator. You're the consumer. There's a power dynamic at school. You got the teachers. You got the students. And I'm not necessarily saying that in every power dynamic there's a subordinate, but in a lot of cases there are, right? Now, am I saying that the woman is a subordinate to the man? I'm not saying that, but I am saying that she should feel like that you're doing her a favor. She should feel like she's reaching up to get you. She should feel like you're better than her. This is what a lot of people don't want to hear, right? But she needs to feel like you're better than her. She can't feel like she's settling, right? And as a man, you can say, well, man, men can't settle either. Well, if you're a man and you're on your shit and you're working on being the most well-rounded man possible, there's gonna be way less of you than they are women who are on their shit. And on their shit really just means pretty and supporting a man's mission. It don't take much for a woman to be a top tier woman. Do you look good and do you support your man's mission? And like that's pretty much it. There's really not much else to it. But as a man, you're working on acquiring all these infinity stones, man. You're becoming rare. You're gonna be dating down. Best believe you're gonna be dating down. This is why a lot of men say, "Oh, just don't date." I don't necessarily say all that, but you're not gonna be dating a woman. She's gonna be on your level. But if we're talking about like equating the two, it's not equal, bro. It's not. The man, and which is why the man leads. You can't lead if you're equal. Does that make sense, guys? The man can't lead the woman if they're equal. So when she's saying stuff like, as a woman, run away from a man who feels lucky to have you, who feels like he's lucky to have bagged you, who feels like, I mean, they all feel that way. She probably feels this way too, that you're doing him a favor. She's absolutely correct. And I tell you guys all the time, you lose before the game starts when you have this mindset. And you know what happens? You guys have this mindset, and then guess what? Because of this mindset, you have no problem with her disrespecting you. You have no problem taking her back when she cheats on you. You have no problem putting up with certain shit that you shouldn't put up with because you feel lucky. You feel like she's doing you a favor. You feel like she's above you. Okay. And the flip side can be true too, because that's what women will combat. Well, as a man, it'd be the same way. Not necessarily, because as a man, you have to, and I don't want to get too off topic. There's a whole bag we can get into it. As a man, you have certain like with great power comes great responsibility. As a man, you have to understand how to be responsible with your power. And as a man, as a real man, you're not gonna necessarily, how do I want to say this? You're not gonna necessarily manipulate your power. And this is something that I've even heard people say too. A lot of men, they don't like working for women who are their bosses or who are their managers, because a lot of them, they manipulate their power. Like, you guys could disagree. I'm just telling you guys what it is. If you give a man and you give a woman power, the woman is more likely to manipulate her power than the man. And you guys will say, "Oh, it's not like that. Look at the way the world has gone, and look at like past presidents and dictators." I kid you guys not, a woman is more likely to manipulate the fact that she has power than a man is. This is just what it is. So for women who say, well, I can't be in that position because I don't want the man to manipulate the power when he thinks that he's better than me or he thinks that he's doing me a favor. Well, that means that you need to pick the right man who won't manipulate the power. That's all that means. But you need to be under a man who you believe can lead you. That's how you're gonna be the best woman, and that's how he's gonna be the best man. Like, it is what it is. There's no running away from it. So I'll get guys come to me and they'll say, you know what, bro? I'm dating around and I'm with this chick, and the way that we started, she was dating another guy and she broke up with him, and I just caught her out. This happens all the time. You guys would be surprised. I caught her in like a vulnerable spot. So they'll be like, I caught her at a vulnerable spot, and I kind of got her, I kind of bagged her, but I was chasing her and I was pedestalizing her when the dynamic first started, and now she's treating me kind of like I'm under her, and she's disrespecting me, and she's trying to get away with certain shit. And I'm like, bro, you need to break up with her, because the way that you started, the way that you pedestalized her, she doesn't respect you, and it's hard for a woman to respect you when you feel lucky to have her. And when I say lucky to have her, I'm not talking about being appreciative of her or thinking that she's providing value. I'm talking about, wow, I can't believe I got her. She's so out of my league. She's all like, you're pedestalizing her, guys. Women weren't meant to be pedestalized. They were not meant to be pedestalized. Okay, they were not meant to be pedestalized. This is why everything is thrown off. When a woman gets pedestalized, she doesn't know what to do with the. You guys can see shit now, bro. The reason why women act amok now, I saw another video. A creator was talking about how your average run of the mill woman is acting damn near just as cocky as like an actual attractive woman or an actual valuable woman who may be an 8 or 9 or whatever. And the reason why is because she's been pedestalized. Women, when they're in a position of being pedestalized, they manipulate that. They don't know how to act. They don't know how to act. And this isn't no red pill shit. This is just, I think this is just biology, bro. I think this is just how God created us. Right? There has to be some sort of way about things. We're in a place now where people don't believe that there's any type of order. There has to be order. There has to be order between things. There has to be order between a man and a woman. There has to be order in the society. There has to be order when you're driving down the street. Like, there has to be lines so people know, hey, the direction of traffic is going this way and the direction of traffic is going that way. There has to be order in a grocery store so people know, hey, this is where you check out your groceries. This is where the frozen meat is. This is where the produce is. Like, there has to be order within things. Within within the dynamics between men and women in 2026 going into 2027, people think that there's no order. People think that a dynamic could be people think that a dynamic could be good and prosperous when there's no order, and they're wrong. There has to be order, and there's only, truthfully, there's only one order for it to really work, and that order is the man in a leadership position, and it's the woman in respect to the man's leadership, and it's the man who is in charge of the ship, okay, and it is the woman who is lucky to have that man, and it's the man who appreciates the value that the woman also provides as a product of that. Okay, I've even talked to some women where they said, "Hey, I kid you guys not, bro. I've talked to some women who their mom kind of runs the shit the the between like her and her dad. Let's say, okay. they'll say like, "Oh, my mom kind of runs the ship. My mom's kind of the head of the house," and I'm like, "Okay, well, how's the dynamic?" "Oh, my dad, he kind of, he seems like he likes it, but he deep down, like, they'll be honest with me, like, he's deep down, like they're still married, or like they're still cool, but it's just." And the mom kind of gets sick because she's not in a natural position. She kind of gets sick of kind of having to do certain things and shit. I'm not going to talk about as your parents. I'm not here to be their dating coach and shit. But it's in my head, I'm like, see, like, this shit don't work, bro. Doesn't work. So she's right. You need to run, because you don't even want to get involved as a woman. You wouldn't even want to get involved long term with a man who feels lucky to have you. But here's the thing, because a lot of women, they'll probably watch that video and be like, yeah, I want a man who's lucky to have me. I want a man who feels like he's lucky to bag me. That shit seems cool, and it might work for a few weeks or a few days or a few months, maybe even a few years. But eventually, because you're fighting against the natural order of the dynamics between man and woman, you will lose. And this is why I always tell you guys, whether you lose today or whether you lose down the line, you lost when you start off wrong. This is what a lot of people forget. Okay, so a few things I talked about in this video. I'm careful with my words when I talk about stuff like this, not because I care about biting my tongue and offending women or being mean. I don't give a fuck about none of that. It's only because I understand, and I'm also working on articulating myself better, and I feel like I've gotten better over time, but we still got some work to do, right? But I understand that the way I package and the way I deliver things is damn near just as important as the message, especially with sensitive topics, because a lot of motherfuckers, they just hear words. Oh, the woman has to feel like she's lucky to have a man. They, oh my god, I'm outraged. Like, and even you guys would be surprised, even a lot of men feel that way. Oh my god, you're talking down on women. No, I'm not, bro. I'm not. But a lot of you guys don't understand just normal power dynamics, bro. Normal order in life, right? And things have been so just things have just been flipped on their head in 2026. And I kid you guys not, if you were just in a dynamic where you were in a position where the woman felt like, damn, I got this man, I attracted this man, okay? And the man, you who's watching this video, was appreciative of that. You made sure that she was supporting your mission, right? You made sure that you found her sexually attractive. She finds you sexually attractive, and she's willing to do any and everything to support your mission. And she respects you and holds you as the leader of that dynamic. You guys could conquer the world, bro. There's nothing you guys can't do, right? And truth be told, most of you guys will never end up in a dynamic like that, because you'll always be in a position where you're lucky to have the woman. You're lucky to have bagged the woman. You have her up here. And she can't, when she's up here, you can't lead. There's no way you can lead. She's up here. If she's up here and you're down here, how can you lead? Okay, so hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. We might go live today. By the time I get this video out, I probably would have already went live if I did decide to go live. So if I did go live, I hope you guys saw that. Okay, if you guys want to book a strategy call, join my coaching. Everything that I offer for you guys will be down in the description. Follow me on Instagram at Randall Branch. We're on there daily. Like this video, comment on this video, share this video, subscribe to the channel. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace.